And I'm Allison Lottis, anchoring live from Butler High School this evening. Just a few hours ago, CMS officials announced there will not be classes here tomorrow. I want to get you caught up with the very latest. The victim is Bobby McKeithen, a sophomore at the school. The suspect is Jatwan Cuffey, a freshman who is now charged with murder. Both boys were 16 years old. The CMS superintendent said the shooting may have escalated from bullying. The shooting happened here at Butler High School around 7:14, right before the first class of the day started. And it happened in a busy hallway. A few minutes later, a teacher confirmed she was with the suspect and said he admitted to the shooting. Channel 9 has team coverage of this tragic story for you tonight. We're questioning CMS and police and talking to the grieving students. First, we start with Eyewitness News reporter Mark Becker this evening, who just got an update from Matthews Police on what led to this shooting. Mark?
Yeah, Allison, police tell us now that it was a disagreement between those two 16-year-olds that had been building over several weeks, and that bullying may have been a factor as well. Well, it finally boiled over this morning and ended with a gunshot.
Our hearts are heavy today.
Dr. Clayton Wilcox captured the feeling here and around the city 8 hours after the shooting that came just as classes were about to begin this morning, as one of the school resource officers was on patrol in a hallway of Butler High School.
He and school security officers heard a commotion in a hallway.
Captain Stason Terrell said that as soon as the officer realized someone had been shot, he called for help, and officials put the school on lockdown. Several minutes later, a teacher called.
A teacher was able to get word out that she was actually with the shooter, and he admitted to what he had done.
Police have identified that shooter as 16-year-old Jatwan Cuffey. They say the victim was also 16, a young man named Bobby McKeithen, and that the shooting was the tragic end of a dispute that had started off campus weeks ago.
Right now, this appears to be a tragedy. It was a result of a conflict between two individual students, and it was, in fact, an isolated event.
While the school is bringing in counselors and coping with grief, police are still wrapping up their investigation. And one of the questions they have yet to answer is where that 16-year-old got the gun that punctuated this tragedy. And Matthews police tell us if they find out someone broke the law in giving that 16-year-old a gun, it is illegal for a teenager to own a gun here in North Carolina, well, they could face charges as well. Allison?
Mark, thank you for that report. Absolutely hate to hear of a life lost so young, but more so when it happened in front of so many other young students.